Good Monday evening, April 22nd, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Today is Earth Day, a celebration of environmental protection and conservation. A Warden man is dead and a Moses Lake passenger injured after a rollover crash early Sunday on Highway 170. Warmer temperatures are on the way tomorrow and Wednesday, with showers in the forecast for the start of the Apple Blossom Festival on Thursday. Your local forecast is coming up. After 12 years in Olympia, State Senator Brad Hawkins says he'll now run for a political seat closer to home. Hawkins announced today he will not seek re-election to the Senate for District 12, instead entering the race for Chalan County Commissioner. The two-term senator will run in an already crowded field to replace District 3 Commissioner Tiffany Gearing. Brant Capel, Flint Hartwig, and Chris Willoughby have already registered to run for that slot. Hawkins said his decision resulted from the redrawing of his district amidst a lawsuit over Latino voting rights, as well as too much time spent away from his family. His father, Buell Hawkins, previously served as Chalan County Commissioner for 2 terms in the early 2000s. It's time for Douglas County voters to get their ballots in. The April special election is tomorrow, and it'll be the second time this year East Wenatchee residents will vote on the $117 million Eastmont school bond. The Washington Secretary of State's office is showing over 6,100 accepted ballots in Douglas County, though some ballots will be for Brewster School District's levy. The Eastmont School District decided to give the bond another shot in February after the measure failed at 59.56% voter approval. That's just 0.5% below the needed 60% supermajority threshold. The voting deadline is 8 p.m. tomorrow. Construction of the girls' softball field at Triangle Park began today. The Wenatchee School District will work with Davenport-based Halmy Construction on the project. The $4.1 million softball field will resolve a Title IX complaint that was filed against the district in 2022 that alleged unequal treatment of male and female athletes. Next month, the district will hold a groundbreaking ceremony at the park on May 9th at 11 a.m. The athletic facility is expected to be completed in August. Construction remains on schedule in the Wenatchee Heights area with improvements on Wenatchee Heights Road between Wheeler Hill Road and Edgemont Drive. Contractors are pulverizing the old roadway and mixing the old material with new cement for a better surface. Detours and speed reductions remain in effect while the work continues. The county says the $1.37 million project will better serve both the homeowners and the orchardists who use it. Completion is expected in early May. When we come back, a Warden man is dead and a Moses Lake passenger injured after a rollover crash early Sunday on Highway 170. The leading Republican candidate for Washington governor walked away from his own party's nominating process over the weekend. Washington's population of gray wolves has increased for the 15th year in a row since the species returned to the state. And the official crowning ceremony for the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society's first ever Apple Blossom Festival Canine Royalty was held at Union Hill Cider Company on Saturday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
How do you think like an entrepreneur?
I have had it in mind starting my own business. This is all really good to know right now.
I am currently making a vision board. I am talking about my well-being, my personal finances, and habits that I would like to work on and to improve myself to be a better entrepreneur.
Join NCWLIFE channel for live coverage of the Techniplex Youth Parade Saturday at 11 a.m. Coverage is presented by our Platinum supporter Alpine Air Heating and Cooling and our Gold supporter Town Auto Group. Coverage is also presented by Apple Valley Honda. Boswell's Home Furnishings, Chalan Douglas Community Action Council, AmeriCorps, and Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. Join NCW Life channel for all of our Apple Blossom coverage on our app. Download the app today for iPhone and Android.
So you may have heard the latest trend, shrinkflation. Companies are making products smaller and decreasing the quality of their ingredients. Well, at Abby's, we're going the opposite direction. We're sticking with the same plan that's worked since 1964. For a real value, head to Abby's. This is Skinny, and he helped found Abby's 60 years ago. In honor of Skinny, we're putting his favorite pizza on sale. Savory pizza sauce, Canadian bacon piled to the edge, and juicy tomatoes make this a very special pizza. Order your Skinny special right now at abbys.com.
Today is Earth Day, a celebration of environmental protection and conservation. Most north central Washington communities marked the event with festivals over the weekend, including Leavenworth, where an Earth Day fair at Enchantment Park drew hundreds for music, food, and education. The event was organized by Waste Loop, the nonprofit campaign to reduce the garbage stream in the Upper Valley. Attendees could get hands-on with compost, recycling and repair, native planting, and other programs to keep their community clean and green. A Warden man is dead and a Moses Lake passenger injured after a rollover crash early Sunday on Highway 170. The Washington State Patrol says Jose E. Valdivia, 25 years old, was driving eastbound about 1 a.m. just west of Warden. His 2007 BMW left the roadway and tumbled, coming to rest on its top. When rescuers arrived, Valdivia was declared dead at the scene, and his 22-year-old passenger, Alejandro Jimenez Velasco of Moses Lake, was injured. He was taken to Sacred Heart Medical Center in Spokane. Troopers say Jimenez was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the crash, although Valdivia was. The precise cause of the crash remains under investigation. The leading Republican candidate for Washington governor walked away from his own party's nominating process over the weekend. Former Congressman Dave Reichert pulled his name after delegates at the state GOP convention in Spokane voted to reinstate former Richland School Board member Semi Bird. Bird had been disqualified by the party's state committee over his prior conviction for a financial crime. Reichert said he wouldn't participate in the process, and Bird won the subsequent endorsement with a 72% vote. Both men will still appear on the primary ballot in August. They're among a total of 9 candidates so far seeking the Republican nomination for governor. Washington's population of gray wolves has increased for the 15th year in a row since the species returned to the state. The Department of Fish and Wildlife's latest report on the animals finds there are 260 wolves, up from 216 last year, traveling in 42 packs, including a reestablished pack in Okanogan County. The Beaver Creek pack had fallen below the minimum number of 2 wolves, but rebounded as of December. There are 4 documented packs in Chalan County and 2 identified territories where lone wolves are known to hunt. There were 23 instances of wolves preying on livestock or domestic animals last year, with the state paying just under $26,000 to settle claims of livestock loss. The official crowning ceremony for the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society's first ever Apple Blossom Festival Canine Royalty was held at Union Hills Cider Club on Saturday. King Canine Gambit and Queen Miss Murphy were praised by their royal subject and received their crowns and capes, as well as some yummy dog treat scepters with their names on them. Both King Canine Gambit and Queen Miss Murphy will be featured in the upcoming Apple Blossom Stamilt Grand Parade on May 4th. Coming up next, for the last 3 years, Wenatchee health advocates have organized the Dia Del Niño Community Health Festival at Methow Park. We'll tell you more about it coming up next in tonight's feature story. Expect some really nice weather the next couple of days with showers in the forecast by the end of the week. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
There's no place like home. Because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories. And we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver called fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. For the last 3 years, the Wenatchee Health Advocates have organized the Dia Del Niño Community Health Festival at Methow Park. The official apple blossom event this year takes place on Sunday, offering health screenings and education alongside family fun events. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins met with the key organizers to ask how Dia Del Niño got its start.
Dia del Niño dates back to 1925, where it began its celebration in Mexico, and now we see it in a lot of Latino communities or Latin communities, across the Americas. And so it's great to be able to bring that here to Wenatchee, and especially here to Methow Park, where we're surrounded by a large population of Latino families. And so, and with the health piece in there, it's great to bring those resources to the community.
This is our third annual health fair, and we are doing it to celebrate health and wellness in our community and to offer additional information and screening to our Latino community, especially surrounding areas of health disparities. We know in our community that there are some health disparities affecting some groups more than others. So with this health fair, we want to give additional information and screenings to the Latino community surrounding certain health disparities. Health disparities are when there is an unequal amount of disease or unequal opportunities to achieve optimal health. One of those areas is diabetes. We know that there's a greater occurrence of diabetes for Latino, Black, Asian, and American Indian populations. We also know that in our community, there's less control of diabetes for these groups as well. So we want to offer the ability to screen for diabetes. So if you are in one of those groups, or if you have a direct family member who has diabetes, your risk of diabetes is much greater. So we'll offer the opportunity to screen for diabetes and give information on what to do if you have diabetes or prediabetes. We're also going to offer the opportunity to screen for high blood pressure and give information on what to do if you have high blood pressure. We're going to talk about wildfire smoke and how to protect yourself and your family from the harmful effects of wildfire smoke, especially if anyone in the family has asthma or lung disease.
There's going to be different community booths, so we're going to invite nonprofit organizations to come also participate. But on top of information, we're going to have a lot of fun kid games, a lot of fun kid activities. We'll have some, food. We'll have various vendors. We'll have entertainment, live entertainment on the stage. So it's going to be a great time to celebrate and also, come do the wellness check. And so we're excited, to invite the community, and we expect a lot of folks here.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Kind of a mixed bag, wasn't it? We had a beautiful day on Saturday, not much wind. And then that wind came up yesterday. It actually felt kind of chilly at times when the sun was behind the clouds yesterday. Today, all kinds of sunshine as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from outside our weather window from this afternoon. It's our Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi Tower camera. And speaking of a mixed bag of weather. Boy, that's what we expect as we make our way into Apple Blossom Week. Yeah, Apple Blossom starts already on Thursday. Going to be really nice today and tomorrow, and I think even into Wednesday. We're going to warm up and be mostly sunny. In fact, highs tomorrow near 70. The same goes for Wednesday. But as we get into midweek Wednesday, there you see it. We're going to turn a little bit breezy. I think that'll be in the afternoon, and especially into western Chalan County, we could see some shower activity. But boy, by all means, enjoy the next couple of days. Beautiful spring weather ahead. Wasn't bad today either. Our unofficial high temperature today, 63 degrees. That's just a degree below where we should be for this time of year at 64. What a nice day in 2012. 82 degrees our record high temperature. 30 is our record low temperature. We were at 37 this morning, so yeah, it was a little chilly out there when our normal low should be right around 42 degrees. 2.48 inches of precip. We have been stuck on that for a while now, and that means we are almost a half inch below where we should be for moisture this time of year. Sunrise 5:58 this morning, and the sun sets after 8 o'clock now at 8:01. All right, let's get you into those Tuesday temperatures, and it's going to be a warm-up for sure. 73 for Moses Lake, also into Ephrata. 72 for you folks in Quincy. We'll see 70 in Wenatchee, also Chalan and up into Omak, and then basically upper 60s for Leavenworth, Cashmere, and over into Eniat. Lake Wenatchee, if you can call it the cool spot tomorrow, at a beautiful 65 degrees. Tonight, we can expect clear skies, and it will be mild out there. But let's get into what we're going to see this week. Okay, high pressure is building into the Pacific Northwest. Here we are. So this will be our weather the next couple of days. And here we go, Wednesday, Thursday into Friday. And this is our next storm coming in Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday of early next week. So yeah, we've got some showery weather on the way, but high pressure is building in now. As I mentioned, that'll be mostly clear for us tonight. Low temperatures tonight, mainly into those low 40s, so that's a little bit above normal. For Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, just most of the clouds along the Cascades tomorrow. It will warm up. Look at that, high temperatures near 70 degrees. And that goes for almost all of us in our viewing area for Tuesday. Wednesday, partly cloudy and some breezy conditions right here in central Washington. Going to stay warm though, so it won't be a bad day with high temperatures Wednesday into the upper 60s. Getting you into the first day of apple blossom then on Thursday. Boy, can you hardly wait. It looks like mostly cloudy skies, unfortunately. Here's that next weather maker, and it's going to push showers into the western part of the state. This is during the day, but look what happens into our evening hours. That's when we could see that chance for rain in Wenatchee. High temperatures will cool back into the lower 60s on Thursday. And then for Friday, we're going to stay mostly cloudy, a very seasonal and westerly flow moving in. Scattered showers around north central Washington. High temperatures Friday, again into those mid 60s, so pretty seasonal weather for Apple Blossom on Friday. And then for the Apple Blossom Youth Parade on Saturday, mostly cloudy skies. It will be mild though. Maybe an isolated shower. I think most of that will stay in western Washington Saturday. Not bad for temperatures, mid 60s for afternoon highs on Saturday. Getting you into Sunday, there is that second area of low pressure and its associated frontal boundary. It will push in and bring us about a 20% chance of rain on Sunday. Once again, very consistent temperatures into those mid 60s as we get into the end of the forecast. All right, your 7-day forecast now at 42 degrees overnight tonight, 70 with partly cloudy skies tomorrow, 68 on Wednesday, just a breeze in the afternoon on Wednesday, 30% chance of rain on Thursday, and we're going to stay kind of rainy as we make our way into the weekend. Mostly cloudy and 65 Saturday, more rain showers possible on Sunday with a high temperature then of 64 degrees. And that's a look at your north central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
You've got a lot to do today. While you're out and about, remember to dispose of your unused medications safely and anonymously. It's a simple act that makes your home a safer place. Next time you're at the pharmacy, Just place them in the drop box. To find a location, visit medproject.org.
The Lake Chalan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
Steelhead Cider offers 20 taps with cider, beer, and wine, featuring views of the lake, great music, and fantastic flights. Find it on Wooden Ave behind the bookstore in downtown Chalan.
Kelly's Classic Ace Hardware Store. From the minute you walk through the door, you'll feel the difference. Kelly's revives the days of personal service lost in the big box stores of today. Kelly's Ace Hardware in classic downtown Chalan.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
And a happy Monday to you. The Mariners have won 5 of their past 6 games to reach the 500 mark for the first time this season. They split a twin bill with Colorado on Sunday. The Rockies won Game 1 after a rainout on Friday. Seattle dropped that opener in heartbreaking fashion to the Rockies as they rallied for 2 runs in the 10th inning.
Another 0-2, fastball, and this is through the right side. He ties it up. Charlie on his way to third. Ezekiel Tovar down in the count, coming through yet again. 1-1 in the 10th, winning run 90 feet away, nobody out. Another 2-strike hit. And this is bounced toward short. It'll win the game. Ryan McMahon gets it done. The Rockies' 6-game losing streak is history.
It was a much different story in Game 2 as Seattle came through with 10 runs on 13 hits and a 10-2 victory. The game featured the first Major League hit for catcher Seby Zavala.
And the air out to right. Bouchard drifting back. It's plenty deep. That brings home Ty France. It's a sac fly off the bat of Dylan Moore, and he is having himself quite the day here in Denver. Drives in the Mariners' first run. On a line, out to left, and a base hit. Polanco is in, Raley is held. And Seby Zavala's first hit in a Mariners uniform drives in a run and ties the game in the second. A deep drive out towards right center field. It's back and it bangs off the very top of the high wall. Raley is in, Arias is right behind him. Zavala's pedaling to the plate. It's a bases clearing triple. J.P. Crawford. A 5 spot for the Mariners in the second.
Gets a fastball right down the middle. Lambert didn't want to walk him with the bases loaded, and he barrels it up. I really thought I had a good chance to get out of the ballpark.
Kicks high and away. Crawford's on his way home and scores easily. 6-2 Mariners. See if this hangs up enough. It drops in. Cave can't get there. Zavala is able to score from third. Julio's got himself his second hit tonight. Pelted out to center field. It sends Cave racing back, turning around, it disappears. It's gone, a home run. Cal Raleigh straight away center field, his 5th of the season, and it's a 9-2 Mariners lead.
Another baseball 425 feet. That one did leave the ballpark.
Plenty deep out to center field. Brings home J.P. Crawford. It's a sac fly by Cal Raleigh. Productive night once again offense. That's the ball game.
Seattle has the day off today before beginning a 3-game series tomorrow against the defending World Series champion Texas Rangers at 5:05 on Root Sports Northwest. Well, Seattle sits a half game back of the Rangers in the American League West after Texas beat Atlanta Sunday 6-4 to improve to 12-11. The Angels dropped to make that a 3-0 decision to Cincinnati and are 2.5 games back. Oakland fell to Cleveland 6-2 to drop the 3.5 back. Houston was shut out by the Nationals 6-0 and sit in last place at 7-16. Well, Saturday marked the opening of the 2024 race season at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. The opening night featured the Tommy Wentz Classic for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. East Wenatchee's Cody Harris took the checkered flag, while Moses Lake's Brad Morrison was second. Wenatchee's Luke Shaw took third. Colby Holiday was able to hold off KG veteran Garrett Evans in the Rockstar Energy B-Mods main event. Quincy's Glenn Knudsen was third. Plum Perfect is back as a sponsor of the Roadrunners, the classification at WVSO this year, and Jared Ingram grabbed the podium on opening night. East Wenatchee's Kyle Spalding was second, followed by Jason Walker in third. It was a 1-2-3 Wenatchee finish in the B&T Towing Youth Roadrunner main event. Caleb Gill was the first, followed by Kellen Ingram and Tommy Craig. There were only 2 entries in the first ever Apple Valley Plumbing Crown Vic Stocks main event. Cashmere's Jamie Nyenhouse took first, and East Wenatchee's Jared Bykowski took second. Well, they'll be back at the Super Oval this weekend for 2 nights of racing during the Spring Sizzler presented by Knudsen General Contracting. Featured classes include the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models, Knudsen General Contracting Bandoleros, Angel Bail Bonds Legends, and the Northwest Focus Midgets. Gates open at 4:30 on Friday with racing at 6. The gates will open at 3:30 Saturday with racing at 5. Go to WVSO.com for tickets and more information. Well, the Les Schwab Prep Baseball scoreboard from Friday shows it was a sweep or be swept type of day at the ballpark. Eastmont swept a Big 9 doubleheader from Wenatchee at Rec Park 10-5 and 10-0. Davis took 2 from first place Moses Lake, 2-1 and 7-6. That puts the Wildcats and Mavericks in a tie for first in the conference. In other action Friday, Cashmere swept CTL doubleheader from Quincy 10-zip and 6-3. Tonasket took down Lake Roosevelt 17-0 and 14-4. Saturday saw a similar trend with doubleheader sweeps. Chalan took 2 from Omak 12-1 and 15-4. North Mason blasted Cascade 21-0 and 22-4. Ephrata edged Brewster 1-zip and 11-9. Liberty Bell topped Okanagan 4-1 and 7-1. Odessa took both ends from Waterville Mansfield 18-16 and 13-8. Moses Lake's JV beat Moses Lake Christian 28-4. Eastmont and Moses Lake softball teams remained unbeaten in conference play Friday to remain atop the Big 9 standings. Wildcats swept Wenatchee 20-5 and 11-5. Moses Lake took down Davis 10-zip and 10-0. Cashmere swept its CTL doubleheader from Quincy 25-5 and 20-3. Lake Roosevelt topped Tonasket 14-4 and 8-4. Chalan took 2 from Omak Saturday 23-3 and 22-15. North Mason cruised over Cascade 16-zip and 19-0. Okanagan belted Liberty Bell 18-zip and 24-11. Republic blanked Bridgeport 20-0. Wenatchee blanked West Valley in Big 9 boys soccer Friday 2-0. The Winds improved the Panthers' record to 5-4 in Big 9 plays. They prepare to take on Davis. The Pirates are a half game back of Eastmont after the Wildcats lost 2 games last week without the Leon brothers. Eastmont fell to Ike on Friday 1-0. In other boys soccer action Friday, Grandview blanked Ephrata 3-0, while Chalan edged Manson 2-1. Saturday's action saw Cashmere and Tonasket play to a 2-all tie. Cascade remained unbeaten with a 3-0 win over Connell. Omak topped Pateras 1-0. Liberty Bell got by Okanagan 2-1. Brewster blanked Bridgeport 2-0. NCWLIFE will be at Lee Bofto Field at the Apple Bowl for soccer tomorrow night as Wenatchee hosts Davis. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen will have the play-by-play with a pregame at 6:50, kickoff at 7 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Monday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.